Last time we started evidences of evolution. From that 4 points we completed, and now today 5th point, that is the connecting link. In case of the connecting link, when we observe some plants and animals morphologically, means some plants or animals are showing morphological characters in two groups, not only one group. They are showing similarity with the two groups. For example, some animals are there: a peripatus, duckbill platypus and lungfish. Suppose here is a duckbill platypus, lungfish and peripatus. When we observe the peripatus, it is showing the segmented body and thin cuticle like group Annelida, and open circulatory system and tracheal respiration like Arthropoda. So this is the connecting link between Arthropoda and Annelida. When we observe the duckbill platypus, in case of the duckbill platypus, it is showing similarities in between two groups, reptiles as well as mammals. It laying eggs. This character is of group reptiles. And presence of the mammary glands, this character is in a mammals or mammalia. So it is a connecting link between mammals as well as reptiles. So by observing these examples, we can say that connecting link means the organisms are not showing the characters, morphological characters from one group, they are showing the characters of two groups. Then next one, 6th, embryological evidences. Embryological evidences is the last point of the evidences of evolution. If we observe some embryos, embryological stages, first, second and third. Fish, salamander, tortoise, chicken, pig, cow, rabbit and man. By looking this picture, when we observe, this is the first stage. This one is the second stage of these all examples, and this is the third stage. When we observe the first stage, all the embryos of all these animals are showing similarities. And in case of second, they are now little bit started differentiating. And in third stage, they are more differentiated and showing their particular characters of the respective animals. Means similarities in initial stages indicate that the ancestor of this all will be one. And the common origin of all these animals is proved by observing these all stages. So here we finish evidences of evolution. Now the next point is Darwin's theory of natural selection. Darwin's theory. According to Darwin, he had proposed that some animals and plants which are growing on earth, they are showing some natural selection method. What is meant by natural selection? He published the theory of natural selection in his book, and the name of that book is Origin of Species. According to Darwin, whenever any plant or animals are growing on a land, they compete with each other. All of you know, in every field there is a competition. Like this, in plants also some competition is there. In animals also some competition is there. In this competition, the organisms, which organisms are then growing? The organisms which are showing the modifications, and they can grow, which can, these essential modifications whenever come in that particular plant or animal, that plant or animals can growing on a land. So for this, Darwin given the name natural selection method. This natural selection theory, Darwin's theory, was accepted by all for longer duration. But some objections are also there for the Darwin's theory. First objection is, natural selection is not the only factor that is responsible or that can prove the evolution, evidences of the evolution. Second one, Darwin did not maintain, or he did not given some explanation about the useful and useless modifications which are occur in a plants or animals. So like these objections are occur in case of the Darwin's theory. After Darwin, Lamarck, this scientist, given one theory or Lamarckism for our study. In case of the Lamarckism, here Lamarck proposed that some morphological changes are observed in plants and animals, and they are responsible for the modification in the particular their structure. He said that whenever he observed or given one example like that giraffe. In case of the giraffe, now when we observe neck of the giraffe, it is a very long. Nowadays we are showing or we are giving that one characteristic of the giraffe is long-necked animal. But in ancient days or before days, the neck of the giraffe is short. Then why it comes or why it becomes long? One reason is that whenever the grasses or the leaves which are available on the earth for that height, the giraffe will get that fodder in essential height. So there is no need to extend its neck. Afterwards what happens? The plants, the growth of that plants or availability of the fodder will be more at the more height. At that time, giraffe wants to extend his neck more as compared to this. Then again in the third stage occurs that the plants which are available for the giraffe, they are showing more available at a more height. So there is a necessity to extend his neck for the giraffe more as compared to the first two stages. From this example we can say that now extending the neck, it is the habit and the necessity of the giraffe to taken the fodder or essential plants or the leaves. So this character comes in a giraffe, not comes it is suddenly. It comes slowly. So this is also one type of evolution. And whenever one example of that, ironsmith, or we can say that a blacksmith. His shoulders are very strong. Why? Because by hammering on the iron, means always hammering on the iron, his shoulders become strong. By observing such examples, we can say that Means by observing such examples like blacksmith and this giraffe, we can conclude that modification brought in that particular plants or in case of the animals they are not come suddenly, and whenever it comes they get transferred from one generation to the other generation, and this theory is called as a Lamarckism. Here we finish Darwin's theory and Lamarckism.